Most therapists think like clinicians and not CEOs, and that's exactly why their practice feels like a job instead of a business. If you want more freedom, impact, and income, you need to shift that mindset. Hi, my name is Shan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a licensed mental health therapist, private practice owner, digital creator. If you're new here, come on in. Welcome. We get real on this channel, and we're going to talk about shifting your mindset that can take you from a therapist to a CEO of your private practice. So the first one, for your clinician mindset, we focus on solely helping clients. That's important. That's very important, but that's our sole focus. So that comes with filling our schedule and staying busy. But when we think about a CEO mindset, they think about building the business, growing the revenue, and getting freedom in their time back. How can we put these together? Because we 100% can put these together. You can still help your clients and you can still serve your clients, but your schedule does not need to be jam-packed with back-to-back sessions. You also need to be running your business. Clinicians see themselves as employees of their practice. CEOs see themselves as the business owner. So those business operations and how, starting from the top, we can flow down and create the systems that allows the CEO to be involved if they want to. So the one-to-one direct care, and to also take a step back to be able to hire, to be able to delegate, and to be able to create that time freedom to do things that brings them the most revenue. If seeing one-to-one clients brings you the most revenue, then it's impossible for you to answer phone calls, reply back to emails to get more clients in. So does that mean you need to sit down and focus on what does delegation look like for my business? What does hiring an admin look like for my business? And that's shifting into that CEO mindset. So the next thing will be the money mindset. So getting out of this mindset that you can't charge your worth, undercharging, or comparing yourself to your peers. And the main thing that I like to talk about when we talk about charging our worth, specifically with insurance companies, negotiate your rates. Go back in, negotiate, and do not accept every insurance policy. That's simply knowing your worth and knowing how much your time is valued. Your client is using the insurance company. Who is hurting in the end? Go ahead and look at your contracts, negotiate those rates, see where you are at now, see where other insurance have you at, your highest paying, compare that and ask for a higher rate. CEOs base rates off of demand and business goals, and that's exactly how we need to be approaching our rates as well. How I also mentioned the admin support when you find yourself in those one-to-one sessions and not being able to answer or reply back to clients, or just find yourself completely exhausted. Start thinking about, how can I invest into my business? Invest into systems, invest into ads, invest into support, admin support. These things, you may not see an immediate return on your investment at first, but long-term growth is going to provide a return. It's going to give you the time that you need back to be able to do other things. It's going to attract people to your business. When I first started my private practice, I invested into ads. It was probably the hardest mindset shift I had to make in my business. Also hiring an admin. I'm still investing into ads this day, not specifically to get clients to my practice because I'm full, but to be able to push a product that I created that creates me income outside of one-to-one sessions. So invest in your business. I cannot stress this enough. And it doesn't have to be a full-time admin. It can be a part-time admin. You can outsource admin from other countries like the Philippines. Get in these Facebook groups. They have a lot of free gems for you. Or invest into things such as mentors who can show you the way. You're going to be grateful that you've done so when you start to see your business or your career expand and grow. Why do you think when we go and get our license, they make us do supervision hours? They make us essentially get a mentor to be able to learn from and to learn from their mistakes so we don't make it, and to also be able to correct us and check us. And when I think of investing, that's kind of the same thing I think about when they make us go and get supervision hours for our license. Being able to put these things into place that will keep someone from falling face down, or keep your business from shutting down, or keeping your business from not making any revenue at all. Mental health professionals, give me a second. Burnout just doesn't happen from client overload. It also happens from the behind the scenes work that we're putting in, the never ending resource hunt, prepping for sessions, finding client worksheets. But don't worry, that's why I created a therapist membership, low cost, that's only $9.99 a month. It gives you access to 40 plus mental health workbooks. That's over 2,000 mental health worksheets. It's like having a library in your back pocket. If you're ready to take back your time and stop having to figure out client homework, group session work, what to do in your one-to-one sessions, come join us over in the community. Link is in the description. So now let's move into time and boundaries. When we think of a clinician mindset, we think of back-to-back sessions, booked and busy, even taking clients and squeezing them in on the weekends or the times we have blocked off for admin time or even lunch. A CEO, they have a structured schedule. Every successful CEO I have met has a structured schedule. They have boundaries around their time. If it's not on the schedule, it does not happen. And I hear that so much with successful CEOs. If it's not on a schedule, do not expect for it to happen. Do not expect for me to squeeze you in. And they leave time for strategy, if that's meeting with their team or if that's sitting down and reviewing strategy on their own. If your calendar is full but your bank account is not, that is an indication that you are thinking like an employee rather than a business owner. The last thing that I love to talk about is diversifying and leveraging our skills. We have so many skills. A clinician mindset is just one-to-one client sessions. Maybe I'll do some group sessions and host some group things, but for the main part, my sole income focuses on just one-to-one sessions. So how they say that 7 streams of income? Yes, from one business. So with our business, our private practice, let me see if I can name 7 streams. So the first one, your one-to-one client sessions. The second one, expanding, starting a group practice where you have other clinicians and you make income from that. A third one can be hosting groups outside of the one-to-one sessions, hosting group sessions. Another one can be digital products, expanding on a larger scale where people can get mental health resources digitally. Next, if we think about mentorship or coaching, being able to coach and mentor people or supervision for people who want to get in this field or start a private practice. And 7, consulting. So going into businesses that are already established and providing consulting services. So you're not doing anything at all, but telling them essentially what to do. There's other streams as well, of course, but that was just 7 that popped into my head. So diversifying and leveraging your skills. All in all, model what works. Don't reinvent the wheel, because successful people always leave clues. And this field is proven to be successful because people have done it time and time again. So I hope this just walked you through some mindset shifts and some evaluations that you may have to do on how you're approaching your business and how you're running your business. Are you running your business solely as just a clinician and having that clinician employee mindset? Or are you also running your business as a CEO and having a CEO mindset? I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back next week for our next topic.